What's going on YouTube, man? So in this video, I'm gonna talk about pledging while you're in State 21. Now, a lot of people want to do State 21 because they have fun, they want to be in college, but ultimately you want to earn that commission, get paid a little bit more money, and kind of elevate yourself into a better position in order to like move further. However, when you get here to college, it's going to be a lot of different stuff that you might want to participate in. And especially if you're under 30, man, if you're under 30 years old, you're going to be surrounded by people that's way younger than you, but also people that's like kinda around your age, like 27, 26, especially when you're dealing with people who's doing their master's degrees and their doctorate degrees. Now, so what does that mean for you? It means socially you might want to participate in stuff that they're a part of, and like for a lot of us, fraternities and sororities is something that's real big, and especially in the HBCU community. I know when you go to a PWI, a predominantly white institute, it's okay there, but like especially when you go to the HBCUs, you'll see like the connections that being a part of a sorority or fraternity might put you in, and then it's going to give you those connections to help you further your career even outside of the military as well as inside the military. Now, me personally, like what was I going to do? Like I did participate in a fraternity, and that was like one of the hardest things that I've had to do in my life, because it was one of those things where I knew my goal in life was to make sure I commission, but they don't always value that aspect of it, right? And so like when you have to make decisions based off your livelihood and like how things are going to impact your livelihood, stuff kind of changes a little bit. Now, it's not to say because I didn't complete my fraternity, that doesn't mean that you won't complete your fraternity or sorority. Just keep that in mind. Like you really have to balance, and it does depend on your major. Like as you know, when you in State 21, you got to complete this degree plan a lot faster than a lot of people. So that's going to dictate how much work you actually have to do, the load that you have to take. Like if you have to only take five courses compared to have somebody who has to take 7 courses, it kind of makes a big difference, man. And so like make sure you look inside of your degree plan to make sure that you can even support during the fraternity. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look at none of that. Like my course load was like 21 credits, 19 credits, 19 credits. So like I was always busy all the time. So like my schedule is pretty much set up for me to graduate. I could do stuff a little bit outside of it, like I could go to you know, a football game or a softball game or a baseball game. I might be able to bowl on the weekends, but majority of the time is spent in the classroom just to make sure I succeed. Now, I will say this, man, like as anything, and you heard before, like hazing is something that you want to keep an eye out for. If you feel like you're being hazed in a situation, make sure you leave the situation as quickly as possible. I suggest everybody to join non-hazing organizations. That way you don't feel pressured to do stuff that you don't want to do, or legally that you can't do, right? Because if you sign a contract with the military, it's still legally binding, you feel me? Like you can still get caught up in situations that people don't normally have to think about, but just because you are in the military, you're trying to be an officer in the military, it's certain stuff that you got to keep an eye out for, and make sure you always protect it, or be around people that understand that as well, and that way they don't even put you in those particular positions, and that will help you out a lot. So yeah, to wrap up this video, man, fraternities, it can be fun, can be dangerous. Make sure you vet those different types of organizations that you're interested in. For an example, if you want to be a Sigma or you want to be an Alpha at a HBCU, make sure you look at the history, make sure you look at the people who's running that particular chapter. It has to be a good fit for you and your situation, because the better it is, the better that it's going to benefit you, and you're going to be able to benefit it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a give and take. If something's taking more than it's given, then you gotta make sure you cut that off, you feel me? Because you gotta make sure you pass, you gotta make sure you graduate, you gotta make sure you commission. All that stuff is like very, very important. As far as everything else, I have to make separate videos for that stuff, man. But hopefully you guys having a great day, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.